if in 2 days' time you are elected as the parliamentary candidate for Oldham East and Saddleworth, and somebody said to you, for various reasons, there's been a bus crash or whatever, but you're actually going to be now the Prime Minister, Nick. And then somebody said, by the way, we're kind of just sick of this because, you know, all this crap, whatever, so we're going to make you the Prime Minister for the next 25 years. And that will give you a chance, Nick, because we love what you've been saying, because it's been great, all this stuff about, you know, people clearing their front, picking up the litter. You know, people love all that.
Day one. That's happening.
Well, people need to pick up their own litter and, you know, do stuff like that. So we love all this stuff. And actually, Nick, we'd like you to stay here for 25 years. And you now know in your head all the things you could do in those 25 years to, would you take that?
I'd like to think I wouldn't.
I think you would take it.
And I'd like to take it.
Yes, I think you would take it.
I really, really would like to take it because I know the good I would do. But power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And there's a very good risk over those 25 years I would turn into something I'm not now. And instead of being a white queen, I could become a dark emperor. And we're all susceptible to that change. And that's why, sat here now, I wouldn't want that. Because we need to make sure our system cannot be abused, not by the person sat there now, but by the person we cannot foresee coming down the line. So do I think I would turn into Hitler? No, I don't think I would. But after I've set the precedence of 25 years, you can be in power. The person who comes after me, I wouldn't trust them because I don't know them. So I wouldn't want to do that. I think our system has got a track record of working when we have better people in Parliament. That's the issue we face. I wouldn't want us to elect an emperor, a Caesar, a dictator, a life president, because we'd be tempted. We would be wanting to do good. We would be willing to stand on people to do good. And that reminds me of something I wrote in one of my books. I dedicated my second book about begging and stuff. I dedicate it to my wife. And I dedicate it to my wife because, I can read the phrase now. I dedicate it to my wife because she's constantly reminding me that the most important thing is the individual, not the overarching plan. Now, I'm more predisposed to the overarching plan is the most important thing, but she constantly reminds me that we cannot step on individuals for the sake of the overarching plan, because then you're a tyrant. So she keeps me grounded, because otherwise I would push more that way.
Yeah. I think you have a bit of an authoritarian streak in you, Nick. If somebody had said you were going to be in power for 25 years, I'd be worried.
Yeah,
I'd probably, after 2 years, I'd probably disappear. You know, it'd be quicker.
Quicker than
6 months, just so I'm saying. I remember when Nick used to, next minute there's some blokes at the door.
I know my weaknesses.
Yeah.
And I've spent all my life trying to be a better version of me. And trying to see my weaknesses and my flaws, and I'm not always successful, but trying to make sure they don't come to the fore, and making sure they don't make me a worse person. So I would be tempted to take power. I would.
Yes, I think you take it. I actually think you would take it. I think I probably would as well, actually. I mean, if I said that now. But I think I would remain balanced and controlled in that environment for 25 years. I think it's at the end of 25 years of you.
That's an easy thing for everybody to say. I just know from history, from things I've read, that everyone is corruptible.
Yeah. But if you were in power for 25 years, I would guarantee that within the first 5 years, capital punishment would be reintroduced.
Yeah.
Abortion would be outlawed.
Heavily restricted.
Heavily restricted. But worse than that, people would have to pick up litter outside their front doors.
I would make it illegal for any council to own a refuse truck. So there's no need for them.
So be aware what you're voting for, ladies and gentlemen. he'll make you pick up litter outside your front door. This is you know, this is the area. Yeah, but that 25-year question is quite interesting, isn't it?
It is. If you spoke to any dictator, Saddam Hussein,
yeah,
Hitler, all these people took power to do good.
yes, of course they did.
I'm convinced they all took power to do good.
There's nobody.
But their version of doing good is different to my version of doing good.
So Boris Johnson took power to do good. You know, Joe Biden took power to do good. Of course, everybody takes power to do good, and they want to do good. I think deep down they want to do good,
sure
but
they do.
They are frustrated in that process for all sorts of reasons. And the same thing would happen. I don't mean you'd be frustrated, but you would find obstacles to achieving what you wanted to achieve.
Huge obstacles trying to change anything in this country. Huge obstacles.
So in order to do that, I think that's the point of this, that what these people are reflecting on the fact is we need a leader who's in charge so they can actually fix the things we want to be fixed before they're gone and then somebody else comes. I mean, if you look at the Conservatives, the number of leaders they've had in the past 3 or 4 years, it's just horrendous. And none of them has done anything.
And that's because they're all career politicians.
Yeah. Well,
because when they've had difficult choices to make, they put their career first.
Yes. But you can understand, therefore, why people envy people like Putin and Xi Jinping or whatever, because they're seeing somebody there who's actually looking after their people and fixing things. And so you understand. I mean, apparently, you know, Russia's, since the Ukraine war, the economy's booming.
Yeah, because they produced everything for the war.
Yeah, the economy's booming.
Did you like that video? I think you did. Hit the bell, give it a big thumbs up, comment, and don't forget, I'm standing for election in Oldham East and Saddleworth. So please share this video, speak to your family and friends if you live in Greater Manchester, and if you live in Oldham East and Saddleworth, make sure you vote for me. Catch you soon.